Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Green Cities and we are rapidly expanding our new CBD area. I want to start looking at actually extending some rail lines. I probably need to purchase another tile or two to be able to do that. I'm also wondering about a little bit more industrial along here, along potentially two of these roads. And yeah, I want to actually, as I mentioned, extend the rail. So if I maybe add a tile over here. Yeah, the problem is I can't actually go over the corner there. It'll be either this tile or that tile. That tile would give me this to run through here somewhere. So that could be an option. But I was actually thinking of going across the river to this side. I don't quite know. If you've got any comments in this regard as to where you would think this city needs to grow to, please leave them in the comments and I can have a look and see if I would maybe do that. Okay, so if I do that, I can get a rail to run in there. Yeah, and eventually, well, we need a bit of a industrial rail also. So if I add an extra tile here, well, that gives us very little usable area. If I grab this tile, it literally only gives us this. On this side it's much better. What is that? What is that? It's oil. So I've got a bit of an oil area up here. So there is some further industrial opportunities right there. But if I grab up this tile, I won't get the rail. If I grab this one, we would get the rail. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to me to do kind of farming on this side. Well, it could if we're growing the city to this side. But really, the CBD is now over here. So really that's not going to happen. I could expand into this area for some more suburbs and even some farming area or towards the other side. Okay, enough of that. Let us see about further growing. But if I don't buy this, I'm not going to get this road to extend here into some further industrial areas. It is a little bit sticky. Yeah, maybe industrial is not what I'm quite after over here. Maybe what I'd rather do is I just expand our CBD area with offices over here. Okay, well, let's do that. So let me leave that buffer. I'll leave that buffer over there, and then we will see maybe another avenue. Okay, so let's grab avenues. Grab the standard. Shall we grab this tool? Ooh. And we see about running it like that. Yeah, I think that's decent. We can straighten it up from there. This also gives us a bit of room there, and then yeah, we can look at another. What I also started adding was these areas over here, because I could potentially, let me remove this, potentially extend the highway to go in that area and then run alongside there. I'm thinking extending the highway, running it through there with some interchanges and the like, and that could actually tie in well with a bit of a rail system. Yeah, that could work. That could also work. Okay, so what I want to run the rail in here. So if we say, okay, let's extend this basic road network first, and then I'm gonna go back to the rest. So if we say, actually, shall I just go straight? If I just go straight like that, yeah, that could work. And this one. Yeah, they are actually running nice and parallel over there. And then this will probably need to start bending. So we'll see about that. So if I do a bit of a, so if we say station over here, station over here somewhere. Yeah, that could be good. So let's see, what other kind of rail stations do we have that we can make use of? Not metro, not tram, just kind of rail. And I'm just looking very kind of suburban, not suburban. Well, definitely not this. But Lear station. That's not bad. Does that go on the ground? So what does this look like? I think somewhere in here would be quite good for that station. Let's build it and see how that looks. Oh, it's a little bit sunken. You know what? That could be quite cool if we have a sunken station over there. And we could even sink it. Can we? Yeah, so it's a sunken station. Well, it could, if we run it in through there, it could work quite well. Okay, let's leave that for now. Let's switch it off so that it doesn't cost us money or power or the like. So we'll switch that off, and then let's start filling in this thing a little bit. It's an avenue. If we're going a little bit more dense in this area, we probably need to get the avenue slightly closer together. So let's grab another avenue like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's see if we do something like that. Okay, as an avenue, and that's pretty good spot for it over there. Yeah. Okay, now we kind of need to see about filling this thing in a little bit. So grab some roads, just kind of something like this. And if we do a little bit of a mid-block thing over here, you know what I forgot about doing is anyway, I'll do that later. Is unzone that section. Yeah, so so that case, this is okay. So we'll run it a little bit like this, and I'm actually going to join it up there. And if we do this is an arrangement. Yeah, that could work. Okay, now let's see about doing a few joins to this side. That's fine, and we'll chop off that section. What we'll also then need to do is actually fill it in a little. We'll see about joining on this side once we've got the rail in there. I don't want to do that just yet. So if we do one like this and one like that, yeah, that's something like that. Okay, that gives us a bit of an interesting inner city vibe. I'm also thinking we need to do, so if we run that one up to there, and then down, perfect. And then on this side we tie it in over here. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm doing is because we're going to make a turn to run this way, I probably need to take that into account a bit. So let's run it like that, but then we're gonna, okay, so let's run it like that. And can we turn this in properly? Don't snap it. If we switch off snapping, yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. We can now switch snapping back on. Okay, there we go. So that's a bit of an expansion area over here. Not the highest capacity arrangement, but I think I like it. We could also add some more roads to it at some point. Okay, but what I'll do is let me start by filling in some of these blocks as a starting point. Okay, and then at the same time we obviously need water and power, so let's run our water up there, and we'll run our water through here, and realistically you you wouldn't quite do it that way. Let's see. I'm gonna need the power to jump across here. Something like that. Is that gonna... Anyway, let's just do that so we have power to start with. Let's see this thing fill in a bit. Okay, so what do we need in terms of services? We just built a police station over here, which is fairly sizable. Let's see about that guy. This is also okay in this general area. Okay, so what we could start looking at is a bit of a smaller hospital arrangement, and I'm also starting to think this sports hall is not a bad thing, but a sports hall is really... Oh, that works quite nicely in there. Yeah, let's build that. I'm gonna pop a sports hall in here. Okay, so that's gonna work, and then I probably need to give a little bit of a residential area in here, like so. And what I'm also thinking of doing is giving us actually something like this, and that could work quite well over there. Perfect, let's put that one in there. Great stuff. So it doesn't actually make use of this, it fills in this area quite nicely, and will probably create a bit of a demand for residential in this area. Nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing over here. Oh, you know what I didn't do is extend my IT cluster. Sorry guys. So we're gonna see all of this. Get rid of that. Well, yeah, I want this entire area here to be the IT cluster, right? So unfortunately we're going to lose a lot of that we're seeing over there. My bad, that's my mistake. I run this across there, that should give us some water over here. Okay, now all of that's growing. We can eventually do a bit of a bus route up here too. Okay, the other thing that I'm gonna doing is we most certainly need some of this, and I would like to run it on this section right there. So that is going to be commercial. I'm going to take that out, see where this is in terms of power. Is that connecting to power? I'm hoping it will. And I'm gonna run this in here too. Ooh, maybe I'll run it like that, and we'll just not have it right in that spot over there. That should connect us back up to power. Yes, I believe it did. And there we go. So we're going to see some commercial pop in here. We are adding some health services right there. I'm liking the way we're growing the cluster. I can kind of think I need to get rid of some of these to make room for the rail. Nice. Yeah, so commercial is definitely seeing some growth, but we're not seeing any demand for residential just yet. And that has something to do with education, right? So education is a bit of a concern. But we're pretty well served in most areas. Maybe over here somewhere we could do with another school. Oops, buttons. Yeah, something like that. But I don't want to go overboard with it. But if we do a school right there, there is a bus stop here, right? So we can go in there and get a school. Just switch off this thing so we see where it fits. School on this side maybe? No, let's do it here. Popping in a school over there so we get these guys a little bit more educated. These schools are all well. Let's go with this. Our cap is not even close to being reached. Let's go to high school. Yeah, so the high school capacity is slightly low there, and we don't have a high school on this side even at all. So I'm kind of thinking what we'll do is we'll squeeze in a high school over here somewhere, or even over here, so we have a bit of a school cluster just happening just happening over here. Yeah, I like this. So let's pop in another high school over there. Excellent. Excellent. So now we've got a primary school, a elementary school, and a high school right there. And I would like us to see some more demand over here for some other things. So let's connect the water up through there. That'll sort most of this out. I'm thinking, oh no, not quite. There we go. That'll sort that out. Oh, look at these little... That's a little bit weird. Cool. Nice. The other thing is, I'm also thinking of some of these buildings, right? Not those, some of these. So what do we have around here? We've got a bit of a minor league baseball stadium, which is fairly costly per week. Anything else over here that's not quite as costly? Wow, these are all very 4,000 expensive. So this is really the minor league one over here is probably our best bet. And you know what? A spot like that could work so well for this. Yeah, a spot like that could work really well for that. Really, really well. And I'm guessing, yeah, that's going to have a major area of effect. Major area effect. So that's very close to the rail, very close to the bus station, bus routes. Very close to everything else on the main routes. I like it. It's very costly though. Fine. What else do we have? We've got some of these statues. A transport tower, large office building specially made for public transport companies. Requirement for building this space elevator. Interesting. So what does this do? That's just the fountain of life and death. Life and death. There is a bit of a thing going on over there. What else can we do? Well, we need some... I feel like we need a bit of attraction in this area right here. Also on this side might be... Oh, that's not zoned area. What else do we have? What is that? Lungs of the city. Oh, that's weird. What is this? Opera house. They're all fairly expensive to run, and this is an expo center. Expo center in and this is not great, but the expo center would do really well in this spot. I'm almost thinking it is almost made for it, and right across the road from the major rail station. Wow, that would be very good. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, pop in the expo center over there. Let's get everybody nice and excited. That really works well right here. Really works very well. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, we're seeing a bit of residential demand. Okay, that's filling in nicely. I want to just make sure that we maintain our commercials. So, since we still have a bit of a demand for that, what I'll do is I will run a bit of commercial through there and through there. Right? So the commercial is running straight through here. And we've got a bit of an office environment towards the back. The commercial can actually run into this section here too. So let's grab some more commercial. Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be nice. Nice and commercially, like this and like that, and we'll keep that a little bit open. I like to keep just the kind of block in the middle open there, while at the same time hit the pause button. The one thing that I'm not doing through here is actually, but I can squeeze a bit of a walkway over here. I kind of forget to do the walkways sometimes, which is definitely not something I want to do, because I want it to be very pedestrian friendly, so something like that, so that you can connect from that side to that side. I am thinking probably right through. So if we do something like that, Not working. Yeah, that's not great, but it's a connection through there at least. And also, hang on, I can run it. I'm pretty sure I can run it through here. Can I? Yeah, so we're squeezing it out a little bit over there. So let's, I want to keep that. So let's just make sure we get rid of some of that. And maybe even like that. Just do something like this. Do something like that. And then we can actually tree line it a little bit or so. So like so. Okay. I'll do the same kind of thing right over here. So I'll run it through there. It's decent. Anywhere else where we wanted to run it? No, I think the rest is fine. We could have done something through the center over here, but I think it's okay. All okay. Let's keep moving on the timing over here. We're seeing commercial pop up. I'm liking the growth that we're seeing right there. This will also kind of make sure that we add some more traffic to these roads to eventually have the requirement for the rest. To the back over here, I think I can add some more offices. Like so. Yes, because we've got a bit of a spike there. Are we seeing some residentials pop in? Yeah, we are. We most certainly are. I'm liking that. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is growing out nicely. Okay, let me, now that I've got that in place, let's quickly see about getting the rail to run through here. Okay, so what are the kind of options for us in terms of rail? A shallow canal, right? What I'm thinking, if we do this, right, I want to try something. Right, if we do that, can we actually run a rail in the canal? So they, ooh, what is that? Anyway, go this way. No, down at the bottom. Page down, right? Ooh, if we do that, right? Slope too steep. Why? Okay, so clearly, clearly they don't like running it in there. But, oh, the canal is what ferry. Planes, things, what is that? Monorail, metro monorail, there you go. No, so clearly this isn't going to work. That's not going to work. The other alternative is for us to look into the sea walls, right? What is this one? The quay walls. And the flood wall. No, not the flood wall. So, yeah, like this. So if I have a quick look at this, right, and we say we want to, we do this. Okay, so let's select level. Yeah, it has to be pretty much down there. So level the terrain. Okay, we select that level, and then we gonna draw it out this way. Okay, so if we do something like that, I'm kind of keen on having a sunken, kind of keen on having this sunken rail over here. So then, if we add the quay wall, where do you add the quay wall though? Oh, it requires a shoreline. That's not great. So if we say Anarchy, even that still requires a shoreline. Oh my goodness. What is this? Wide shallow canal. Shallow canal. So really, they're not actually giving us that. We'll just have to run it down there and and see how that works. Okay, well, let's try that. Let's try that. It might be something I do in between episodes though, because I think this is gonna take a fair bit of time. Oh, that actually works quite well. If we run it there, question is that actually low enough? Or do we need to go even lower? Anyway, you know what, guys? I'm not going to waste your viewing time with that. I'll do that in between episodes. Let me fill in the rest of this over here. So we're seeing a bit of a spike in the demand for residential. So let's add some of that. Let's add to like areas like so, and we'll fill in a bit of a more bigger office area right there. Good. What I also want to do is grab a bit of a little park environment somewhere. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, we've got a fair bit of parks in and around the neighborhood. If we do something like that, yeah, that's not bad. And then I can also add a little bit of commercial right here, and I think a little bit of a lower density commercial through there is probably good. Make sure to add the little pathways. I'm going to grab it, run it through there. There we go. Nice. That's growing nicely. Anything else that we need? Ooh, the one thing that I kind of keep forgetting about too is these things, right? So I've got one over there. What we could do is add something. You know what? Let me pop out that for. Well, that's a power issue, right? So if I pop that one out and I put one of these in there, I'll still have to give it a little bit of power though. There we go. That should give us everything we need. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, look at that little small commercial area right there. Okay, I actually like the idea of having this as a bit of a more residential type area. So let's do that. Let's fill it in a bit. Actually, not do that one, and let's do this one around there. Yeah, so let's do a bit of a commercial residential area right there, and then what I'll do is I'll run a bit of commercial down here, but I'll stick to the lower density stuff. So we'll do that. We'll do a bit of that. Not so much that. Let's fill that in. Okay, fill in all of these. There we go. So there's a bit of commercial in there, a little bit of a commercial strip in between a commercial strip with next to as a bit of a buffer between the offices and the residential zone in here. These things can also, I'm guessing, grow quite significantly still. And again, we've got quite a big demand for the offices then. So let's make sure to pop in some more of them. Yeah, over here. Fill them in for us. Ooh, that's not going to work. We don't want that. We could, however, squeeze them in there. Nice. Nice. We could do this side. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's going to be good. And over here, no, that's okay. What I could do is I could extend this. Yeah, let's do that one. Perfect. We'll do a bit of that. Nice. We're improving that, and yeah, there's a fair bit of demand for residential now. Ooh, there's no water over here, so we'll run a bit of a pipeline up there, Excellent. Ooh, and we probably need something in the form of like a recycling center again. Yeah. Kind of wondering where is a good spot for something like that. So let's see. A recycling center. Yeah, we're kind of running out of room. So this is a recycling center. Standard recycling center. What is this? A floating garbage collector. Less water pollution. So place on water. No, I think we need a recycling center in this general area, because without it, we will start running into trouble. No, most certainly don't necessarily want it in here, but we do need some items, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this kind of thing. But what is that? This creates a fair bit of pollution, though, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So really in there is not the greatest spot for it, but we do need some areas for it. So let's see, what else do I have? Do I have one of these other recycling centers, large, just this kind of one? This one is better in the sense that it doesn't actually do the pollution. So I'm going to do that. It's going to still create a bit of noise. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to squeeze that one in there. Okay, so I'll deal with the noise, but at least we've got a little something running up here that can actually collect some garbage. And that is it. Okay guys, so tell me in the comments what you think of our growth over here. In between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extend the rail. Kind of a bit of a sunken rail down here. From one of these to go this way, to have some kind of inner city rail stations. And yeah, so tell me what you think in the comments. Any suggestions? Where should the city expand to? Ooh, we're seeing a bit of stuff happening over here, which we will keep an eye on. And yeah, so I'm ExactChaos. This has been Cities Skylines Exactly. If you've liked it, give me a thumbs up as usual and subscribe so you don't miss any new ones. Thank you. Bye bye.